back to Media Talk. Joining Pete and I'm going to put my T-shirt on. We have Michael Kelly. You want Mike or Michael?
Michael Kelly from the ACC Championship.
You know, I'm going to put my shirt on. Do you mind if I wear it now?
That's what we want you to
Pete,
do.
you go ahead and start asking the questions.
All
Welcome
right.
to Tampa.
Welcome
Thank
to Tampa.
you.
We have a list of like 30 questions here, so
all
we're
right,
going
let's
to
rattle
start
them off.
random off to you.
All right.
Well, first it says welcome to Tampa, and actually, Ray, can you tell us about the ACC Championship game and just how it's grown over the years?
Yeah,
It's huge now.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
it's really gotten big, and we're glad to be bringing it here to Tampa this year. This is going to be the fourth year of the game. It's the fourth year since the ACC's expanded to 12 teams, so to be able to have a game of this caliber come here is something very exciting. So it's basically come our mini Super Bowl, and we're kind of proud to be kind of lead into your big Super Bowl preparations here in Tampa.
how do you feel so far about this ACC Championship being in Tampa Bay?
We're fired up about it because, I mean, working with the Tampa Bay Sports Commission, Raymond
They're
James Stadium,
great,
and
aren't
others,
they?
just phenomenal in terms of the way we're outreaching to the community, getting people involved in it, and really reaching out to all the people that care about our game and want to make it a staple here in Tampa.
Now, does it have anything to do, you know, the Super Bowl's going to be here, same thing. I mean, is that a coincidence that it's pretty much around at the same time, or is it just,
I think we just have a great sports commission getting everybody here at the same time.
Yeah, it really is a credit to your sports commission and the community that we can kind of have that. We were intrigued by it to come here knowing that it kind of leads into it, and then we'll be able to be involved in it the year afterwards as well. So it's just another major event here in the Tampa Bay area that we're proud of.
And it helps to have 12 Buck players that are in the ACC.
You know, that's a special quality here that we haven't been able to have in other cities, to have that many
Really?
NFL players
Yeah.
that have ties to our schools to really help promote it. And Rondé Barber and many
And
other
promote
players
it.
on the team have just been tremendous in terms
Gates
of getting
Adams
excitement.
as well.
Gaines
doing that.
Adams, absolutely there.
How does you mentioned other cities? Who is in the ACC? Like,
Well,
what does that cover?
We've got 12 universities that make up our conference that run all the way from Boston up at Boston College down to the University of Miami, but other teams that many would recognize: Clemson, North Carolina State, Wake Forest, Florida State. Just some great schools, Georgia Tech, some great historic schools, and also ones that are very prominent in football and all of our sports, quite frankly.
Is the ACC part of the BCS?
Yes, we are. In fact, our commissioner is actually the person responsible for coordinating the BCS the next 2 years, but our champion, the champion that wins the game here in Tampa, will either go to the national championship game or go to the FedEx Orange Bowl to be in the BCS.
Can you go ahead and explain to everyone at home and us how you picked the two ACC championship teams?
Yeah, the way it comes about is our 12 teams are divided into an Atlantic division and a coastal division. And through the course of regular season play, by the time we get to the end of November, there's the one champion from each of those divisions that will basically face off here in Tampa on December the 6th.
And is all the other conferences the same way?
Many of them are. You have to have at least 12 teams to qualify under college standards to be able to have a championship game. So we're very similar format to the SEC, and the Big 12 are the two other ones that have very prominent championship games.
Oh, is that because most of the other championships are at one place, and then so you guys just move it around?
They'll just determine their champion through the course of regular season play, as opposed to having a cumulative weekend like us. So we're glad to be able to have a championship game and bring all the different activities that come to the community like ours
But,
does.
you know, there's nobody here in Tampa, though. I mean, there's no college here. So is it just because of the players for the Bucks, or is it because of our great city, our great sports commission?
It's really because of the market, because of the size of the Tampa market. We've got 80,000 alums of ACC schools that live right here in the Tampa Bay area, so that makes very relevant to them. But really just trying to bring our showcase event to one where we know the weather's good, great facilities, great hotels, something that we can really make it a showcase event for our conference.
That's like a vacation.
Exactly.
Now, we have a spot that was recently done. Do you mind if we roll to
Please
it
do.
and show it?
Whose year is it? Who's got the drive? Do you have what it takes? Are you on the road to victory? We'll see you at the end of the road.
That was pretty cool. Is that showing nationwide?
It will be. It's just actually you're the first audience to see it. So
Oh, are we? That was
first
pretty
cut.
neat.
Your folks here cut that for us here in Tampa, and it's just really pleased with it and excited to get that out. So you were the initial unveiling of the spot.
Oh,
for
that's
our
pretty
game.
The
cool.
website and everything, the Road to Tampa Bay, is just a great marketing ploy
Oh,
altogether.
it's a great
Yeah.
campaign.
It really is. We have our folks here at Performance Marketing that really help put our website together, and the road to TampaBay.com will be a great tool for us and something that all your visitors should check out all the way through the championship game.
So what is your prediction? I'm going to jump ahead. What is your prediction? What two teams are going to be in the ACC championship?
He didn't know that the USF Bulls were going to go undefeated until like game 8.
I know he has the answer in the back of his head.
I used to work at USF, so I predicted that as well.
Let me reverse it. Who would you like to see in the ACC championship?
You know what?
He can't say that. He can't say. Go ahead.
Well, it's interesting. We've got so many different teams. The early preseason magazines, a lot of predicted great things for Clemson and Florida State this year to maybe be Atlantic representatives, and then we frequently see Virginia Tech as the one that's frequently committed to in the Coastal. But really, the competitiveness of our leagues have become so strong lately that we wouldn't be surprised for any of our schools to make it. It shocked people when Wake Forest made our championship game a couple of years ago because they're such a small school and haven't succeeded at the level they have, but now they're a very strong football program. So we're really balanced all the way.
But don't you want, okay, you mentioned FSU. They've kind of declined a little bit. Miami's declined a little bit. But you would think with those, kind of something. But with those big schools, the more people ahead, the whole thing is going on. So how was it when Wake Forest?
You know what? Wake Forest is just a great story in that they, as small as they are, they only have 4,000 students at their school, but they sold over 18,000 tickets to the Orange Bowl. They sold all the 10,000 tickets we needed for that. So that once you become successful and you get a passion for it, your fans get behind it. And the same thing happens with all of our schools. All of our schools will bring at least 10,000 fans, which is what we're required to do. The rest of the marketplace, we really look for Tampa Bay residents to get excited. And again, when we have 80,000 alums from ACC schools, this should be their celebration, and that's what we're looking forward to building here in Tampa Bay.
Well, Tampa Bay is a huge football town anyway, so any reason to go to Raymond James Stadium and watch a great football game,
I mean, last year we had number 6 versus number 11, and when you can think about the value of a $25 ticket potentially, that's just great value to see great football.
How many people came to last year's?
Last year we had 63,000 people at our game, so that was in a bigger stadium, but granted that would fully just about pack Raymond James Stadium. So we've got a good foundation in our early years, but we need to keep building that up.
So, Michael, just go back to you a minute. You're the associate commissioner. What exactly do you do? Do you go out and market? Do you go out and...
I'm fortunate enough with my job to focus on all things football. We have a number of different administrators on our conference that focus on other sports, but my focus is totally on football. So managing this championship weekend, working with all our bowl partners, and coordinating the marketing and scheduling for all 12 of our schools is kind of what I focus on day in and day out.
Did you just wake up one morning and put your resume in to the ACC and say, here, look for me? Or, I mean, do you live and breathe football and you grew up? How did you get this job?
I do. It's really been a lot of my last 10 years.
You have a southern accent, too. That's a plus.
Where are you from?
I'm from Maryland originally, but
really?
I spent the last 10 years really in Florida. I was I was involved with the Super Bowl here in 2001 and then also in Jacksonville and Miami. So football has been in my blood, and be able to come back to my roots and be involved with. I went to an ACC school, grew up in an ACC country. To be is really a dream come true to have this day in and day out, and then to come back to Tampa, which is where I had so much fun in my earlier career, and my first daughter was born, and so many things really makes this home for us. So we're excited to have it here as well.
Now, did you say you played college in the ACC?
I didn't play. I attended a college and got my education there, but it's just wonderful to be here.
Give us the information, where to get tickets, when is the event, where is the event, which we already know, but I mean, just give us the 411 and how people can learn more about the ACC.
Sure. The best educational tool for our event is through theroadtotampabay.com. Tickets go on sale to general public on July 26th, but for your listeners and viewers here today, if you go to the Road to Tampa Bay /VIP, there's a special coding that we can get in there to get you access to some of the premium seating areas right now. So you can kind of beat the rush on getting there before July 26th, because that's when we'll open it up to the general public at that point in time.
I think that's great. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
now, are you you live in Tampa right now?
Actually, we rely so much on the Sports Commission to be our local organizing committee, but I come down about monthly to coordinate and meet with them. But we're based out of Greensboro, North Carolina.
Okay.
But
you're here all the time?
Come here quite a bit. Just home away from home, right?
Nice.
Well, we look forward to seeing more of you, and thank you for bringing this here and helping our area out. We love football. So
well, we look forward to being with you the next couple months and having you at the game. And thanks for
We're
the opportunity.
We're going to be at the game, actually.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
We are going to take our next break, and when we come back, it's all about booty-snatching pirates.
Booty snatches.
Tampa Bay's Media Talk is presented by Tampa Digital Studios, sponsored by Creative Loafing. Please come down to the Brewing Company.
We're not begging you, but it will be a good time.
And we'll see you right back here in about 60 seconds.